Construction on Spotify. Camp Nou is moving on multiple fronts right now. And this week, the site threw up a surprise. The Lama anchor preparation is further along than almost anyone expected. The diamond section, silent for months, is suddenly alive with concrete and formwork. The compression ring is gaining phalanges daily. Lighting fixtures are already going in above completed slats, and painting is running in parallel across every active zone. This week's footage covers all of it: Goal Sur, Goal Norte, Tribuna, the diamond. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where this build stands. Let's start with the zone that nobody expected to be moving this week, the diamond. This is the distinctive diamond-shaped structure at the corner near the tribuna, the one earmarked to become a future cafe space inside the renovated stadium. For months, it sat behind blue sheeting, silent, nothing happening. Then this week, concrete is being poured, formwork is being set, and new utility tubing is going in behind the brackets. Workers are actively laying the groundwork for what will eventually become a finished hospitality space. It's not glamorous footage, it's pistons and formwork and concrete mix. But the fact that this section has woken up after such a long halt is a genuine signal of how many fronts are now open simultaneously, and the tribuna is where that really becomes clear. Here's the update that defines this week. You'd assume the Lama installation, the vertical facade slats that will wrap the entire exterior of the stadium, would still be months away from any serious preparation. It isn't. At Goal Sur, workers on elevated platforms are actively fine-tuning the anchor points, tapping them into precise alignment, installing the guide rails, making sure everything is straight before the slats go in. At Goal Norte, the same thing. Vertical guides are already running from the brackets all the way down to the false ceiling level, with 4 newly installed support brackets confirmed in place just since the previous day. Stacks of lamas are staged and ready behind the access doors. The on-site red this Sunday was clear. Installation in several sectors could begin as early as next week. That's not a prediction. That's what the site is showing. The compression ring continues its daily march forward, and this week, it's the corner sections drawing the closest attention. New phalanges, the small connecting plates that join the radial beams at the ring's corners, have been appearing day by day, bolted into place by workers on aerial platforms. The expectation coming in is that this would be slow, painstaking work, and it is meticulous, but the pace is genuinely impressive. Each corner is expected to take 4 phalanges total to complete the radial beam connections, and in the sections visible this Friday, that count is building. No new radial beams have been delivered to the Goal Norte corner in the last few days, but the existing beams are being worked on. The ring keeps growing, and what's happening at ground level underneath it is its own story. Drop down from the ring to the second cantilever level, and the work changes character entirely. Here, blocks are being cut and stacked, armature reinforcements are in position, and a block wall is steadily rising beneath the stadium's seating. This is infrastructure work, the kind that doesn't photograph dramatically, but matters enormously. The likely purpose is utility partitioning, sink areas, service spaces, the kind of built environment that makes a modern stadium function on match day. Sparks are flying in this section too, with welding or metal cutting underway. Workers in helmets and harnesses are spread across multiple platforms. It's unglamorous, sequential work, but it's exactly the kind of thing that has to be done before the upper structure can be fully closed off, and painting is moving just as methodically. Before any lama or sandwich panel goes on, the steel underneath has to be protected. That means painting, and it's happening now across multiple zones simultaneously. At the Goal Norte stands area, a dedicated team is working through the structural beams, covering bolts and anchor points with primer or finish coat. At the tribuna corner, more of the same. The upper sections of the voladizo brackets are already painted. The lower sections still need attention. It's the kind of task that looks invisible once the facade is complete, but skip it and you're looking at corrosion problems inside an enclosed steel structure within a decade. The fact that it's happening in parallel with alignment work and anchor installation means this build is genuinely running multiple tracks at once. Next up, the sandwich panels. At the tribuna and lateral zones, sandwich panels, the insulated cladding sections used for facade coverage, are stacked in large quantities, waiting for their turn. One panel in the lateral tribuna section was visibly missing this week, with the gap still open. Workers in this area are also progressing on the tubing installation behind the brackets, wide diameter pipes being fitted precisely into position, piece by piece, that will ultimately run hidden behind the lamas once the facade closes. There's a concrete pump positioned nearby too. Its boom set up for pours in the area. A crane is standing by to lift platforms and materials. The activity here is dense. Multiple trades, multiple tasks, all running in parallel. And what's been added above the lamas in the last few days is something you won't want to miss. Here's the detail that changes how you picture this stadium at night. Spotlights, focos, have already been installed above sections of the completed lamas. They're positioned to illuminate the slats from above, throwing light down across the vertical facade. When this stadium is finished and lit for a Champions League night, this is the system that will make those exterior shots look the way they do. It's easy to get absorbed in structural progress, beams, bolts, concrete, and miss the fact that electrical and lighting work is already running alongside all of it. A worker was on site this week preparing the next section of mounts for more fixtures. The aesthetic layer is being built in real time, not saved for last. So, where does all of this leave the overall timeline? Coming in this week, the question was whether this project is showing any signs of slipping. Coming out, the answer is the opposite. The Lama anchor preparation is further along than expected, with installations potentially starting next week in some zones. The diamond section, silent for months, is back under active construction. The compression ring is gaining phalanges daily. Lighting is going in, painting is running in parallel across multiple zones. And all of this is happening simultaneously on this week's, with weekend work also expected given there's no match scheduled. That's not a build coasting toward a deadline. That's a build accelerating toward one. Next week we'll see whether the first full Lama sections actually go up. And if they do, this renovation is going to look very different very quickly. If you want to see the moment the Lamas actually start going up on this facade, subscribe. We'll be back on site next week.